Newcastle United are out in Portugal on their pre-season tour and play Benfica tonight in a pre-season friendly. Eddie Howe confirms that he has the final say on transfers, not Dan Ashworth. Emil Kraft signs a new contract, and as we search for a striker this summer, Timo Werner is the latest player being linked to Newcastle this summer. Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Toon Tuesdays, your weekly roundup of Newcastle United news. I hope you guys are all having a great week and looking forward to the pre-season friendly tonight. It is available on TV. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. Be sure to get down and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do this news video every Tuesday, and I know loads of you guys watch every week but still haven't hit that big red button. So if that's you, please do. It really helps me and the channel. So Newcastle are currently out in Portugal on our second pre-season tour of the summer. We actually played a behind closed doors friendly on Saturday against Burnley, where we won 9-2 on aggregate. There was loads of mini friendlies going on, and Almiron scored twice, Willock scored twice, and for a team who has had a little bit of criticism for lack of creativity, lack of goals, putting away 9 goals was quite nice to see. And then since then, over the last few days, we've seen the guys in training, we've seen them playing a bit of foot volleyball, we've seen them having a laugh and joke around, and it's understood that the training regime has changed a little bit. Eddie Howe was pushing them very hard. 2 sessions a day, has now started to concentrate on match practice. And we've got 3 friendlies between now and the start of the season. We have less than 2 weeks to go before we take on Nottingham Forest on the 6th of August. So training has changed. It's now match practice. And we actually brought in a sports performance expert, Sir Dan Brailsford, who visited the team while out in Portugal. Again, strong mental attitude, get out there, get the job done, and he's a friend of Dan Ashworth's, or he's someone that Dan Ashworth has known for a long time. We've brought him out there, so training has definitely started to change a little bit, and we play Benfica tonight at 8 o'clock over at the Stadium of Light Stadium, 65,000 capacity. I've already seen loads of Newcastle fans out there in Portugal enjoying themselves, and the game will kick off just a few hours time if you are watching this video on the Tuesday night. It is on TV. It is on TV. I had to look this up. So it's on Premier Sport. You can access Premier Sport on the Sky Channel 412 or the Virgin Media Channel 551. You can also download it as an app on Amazon Prime or on your phone. But ultimately, to subscribe to Premier Sport, you have to pay £10. Whether you've got Sky or whether you've got Virgin, I think you still have to pay that $9.99 subscription to watch the game, which is a little bit disappointing. Who knows, maybe they'll put it on for free, maybe check your TV anyway, just in case they happen to just show it as a bit of an encouragement to maybe watch their channel more often. Who knows, but from what I'm reading, it's going to cost $9.99, unless you manage to find it somewhere else online, although I would never encourage that on this channel. If you are watching this video before we play Benfica tonight, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. If you're watching this after the Benfica game, let me know your thoughts on the score. How did we do? If you were able to watch it, that is. And I am hoping to do a reaction video if I am able to watch it, so be sure to subscribe. Do not miss that video either later on or possibly sometime tomorrow. And it will be a quick turnaround for the lads, as following their game against Benfica tonight, they will be jetting back to Newcastle tomorrow ahead of our 2 pre-season friendlies at St James's Park this Friday and Saturday. So we have 3 games in a week. I have no doubt the squad will rotate quite a bit between tonight and Friday and Saturday. I cannot wait to get back to St James's Park. I will be at both of the games, Friday and Saturday. There will be a whole load of videos out on the channel, so do not miss them. And following that, it's just 1 week, and then it's Nottingham Forest on the Saturday, which is why Eddie Howe has changed the training plan. I think we have got enough matches going on to not even pretty much need training, to be honest. It's all match practice right now. If you do want to go to the friendlies Friday or Saturday, there are tickets still available, and as of this morning, the Nottingham Forest tickets went on general sale, so that is our first proper Premier League game of the season next Saturday, the 6th of August. Tickets are on sale right now. And I did check just before I came on, and there was a few left. Not many. So if you do want one still, they're on general sale. Go on there. Maybe you've got a chance of getting one, but I think they've possibly sold out. I'm doing this a few hours ahead of you guys, but check it, who knows. And War Flags have been advertising that they will have a huge show on for the pre-season friendly this weekend and the Nottingham Forest game next week. So it's going to be great. I think the friendlies will be amazing. I think the fact that we've almost sold out 2 full stadiums, in 2 days is crazy. And the Nottingham Forest game will be mad. I can't wait now. I cannot wait for the season to get started. Speaking of the upcoming friendlies this weekend, Newcastle have now installed the safe standing in the away section of St James's Park. That is now up and running and ready to go ahead of the new season. I don't know how many Atalanta fans or Athletic Bilbao fans will be at the stadium this weekend, but it looks like they will be the first to experience the safe standing section, and then Nottingham Forest will be the first Premier League team to experience that safe standing. So it looks like it's all up and running inside St James's Park. Really hope we can bring it to somewhere in the home end. Again, it's a tough one because we've got so many season tickets right now. I know that a lot of people obviously renewed theirs. We've sold an additional small amount, and everyone's all over the shop. It's not like some clubs who might be able to go, right, well, we've got no season tickets over there, we'll just put it in there. We've got season tickets everywhere. And the Gallagher would be the obvious one, but it's getting, I guess, permission from the fans who already sit there that they would be happy to have it. It's a bit more complicated, whereas the away end, there was, no question, just put it in. It'll be interesting to see how things change this season in regards to that, because the away fans are kind of out the way. You don't often hear them an awful lot. I wonder if now with the safe standing, that will get them pumping. And if it does, will that maybe ignite more of the home fans to really join in? I think since the takeover and with the fantastic work War Flags has done, the home end has generally been way better. I sit in the Leazes stand. It's known to not potentially be the loudest. It's since the takeover, I'm telling you, we're singing over there. You might not be able to hear us compared to the Gallagher end, but people are giving it a good go. And even the Milburn stand, again, is the stand that isn't known for being particularly loud. I think the whole stadium is really getting behind the team at the moment. And I'll be very interested if the away fans up there get a little bit louder, if that will encourage the home fans too as well, which is why it would be brilliant if we could have a home standing as well, to have a bit of a rivalry back and forwards. But yeah, it's in the away stand, it's ready to go. We'll have to see if it's in use this Friday night. Dwight Gale has now officially left the club, heading out to Stoke on a free. Has signed a 2-year deal over there, which is great for him. I wish him all the best down in the Championship. We know he's a fantastic Championship goal scorer. Obviously hasn't played in a few years now. We don't know exactly how he's going to do when he gets there, but Stoke have taken that punt. They've got Gale in, was linked with a whole host of clubs, and undeniably, he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net, so I think he will go down and score goals, so I wish him the very best. And as one player leaves, another player extends their contract with the club. Emil Kraft had a year left on his contract. He signed a 1-year extension, so as of right now, he's got 2 years left with the club until 2024. And I say, well done, Emil Kraft, a player who has had, a fair bit of stick over the years. It's not hard for people to see that he has definitely improved. I remember he had no positional sense, or that's what it looked like. And we talk about Joe Linton, and we talk about Shaw, we talk about Fraser, all improving under Eddie Howe. Kraft as well has been a different player. And when Trippier got injured, I think for me, I expected Manquillo to play. But no, Emil Kraft did. Eddie Howe, however he's done it, has made that guy into a good player. Dan Ashworth made the decision to head out to Portugal with Eddie Howe so they could have more time to discuss transfers this summer window. As we know, Dan Ashworth was brought in, 5 minutes ago, to be honest, to help with recruitment within the club, not just this summer window, but up and down through all of the ages, which is very exciting to see. We've already brought in a couple of youngsters to the youth teams, but priority one right now is the current summer window. And as Eddie Howe has been here, there and everywhere on different pre-season tours, Dan Ashworth chose to go out there to have more time with Eddie Howe. Let's not forget that Eddie Howe has had a huge amount of credit for the work he did back in that January window, bringing in Bruno, Chris Wood, Trippier, Target, Dan Burn, and I've no doubt that Murdad had a bit of help sat at home playing Football Manager, but Eddie Howe did a huge amount there to get those players through the door. The appointment of Dan Ashworth has been very exciting, not just again for this window, but generally for all ages, and the assumption was that Dan Ashworth had taken that role away from Eddie Howe, but Eddie Howe has confirmed that is not the case, saying that a step back is not quite the right words. I have now got Dan's experience, which has been invaluable. So he's almost saying that Dan Ashworth's the man who's helping him. I'm assuming that really what's happening is that Dan Ashworth goes out, he's trying to create the connections, he's trying to make the contacts, but at the end of the day, if Eddie Howe doesn't want them, he still has the final say on that. And I think that's probably how it should be. He's the manager, he's the man who knows what he wants to bring in, and I think that's why Dan Ashworth's gone out there to see him. There's no point of him calling him, and him for Eddie Howe to go, no, 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 no. He wants to know beforehand what players Eddie Howe's interested in. He's looking at every aspect of the club, top to bottom. He's got really good contacts in the game. I wouldn't say a step back, as I can't, because it's such an important time. Certainly, we've got more help. So again, Eddie Howe is praising the work that Dan Ashworth is doing, but also saying that I'm the man in charge and I'll have the final say. And as I've said already, I think that's the way it should be. I think he's the manager. You don't want really someone taking over. And I think what they're saying is they're working in together, which is the way you want it. That's why they're out in Portugal right now discussing this. And now we're just hoping they can get a few more signings in over the next few weeks. We've heard that Dan Ashworth has been out there trying to make connections. No doubt Eddie Howe has given him a list of players that he's interested in. And I do think we will bring players in before the end of the window. I think bringing players in before we play Nottingham Forest on the first game of the season is cutting it fine now. I might be wrong, but I think we may well have plan C, D and F already lined up and ready to go. I think we could potentially turn around tomorrow and go, yep, there's your winger, there's your striker. I think right now we're still trying to push maybe not plan A anymore, because things have gone on a little bit longer than planned, but certainly plan B and plan C. And if we don't get them, then we'll move down the list. I think we're still trying very hard. I think we probably won't have someone in the door before Nottingham Forest, but I've got all the faith that we will still bring a few players in before the end of the window. And as Dan Ashworth and Newcastle continue their search for a new striker, the player that we are now being linked with as of last night and this morning is Timo Werner, the Chelsea striker who has fell a bit out of luck in the Chelsea side, has not really had a first team space over the last season, and seemingly has fell out with the manager as well, has had a bit of back and forth with Thomas Tuchel, and for an international player with the World coming up this January, I think is looking to go and find that definite first team football. He got himself around 11 goals last season. I think slightly less than he did the season previous. Played certainly less games than he did the season previous after 2 years at Chelsea. Previously at Red Bull Leipzig, where he had a fantastic time. Chelsea paid his £50 million release clause for a reason, signed him on a 5-year deal for a reason. Clearly a very talented lad. Let me know your thoughts on Timo Werner down below. Is he just not getting the look of the green at Chelsea? Could he well come into a Newcastle side who, are looking to really promote and push a striker as much as possible? Chelsea don't always play to maybe the game plan he has, and again, that's why he's fell out with Thomas Tuchel. Him himself has come out and said that the plans are always changing, and I'm trying my best to do what the manager asks, which I think is a little bit of a dig. Thomas Tuchel actually came back and said he's a young lad with a Chelsea contract. He should be the happiest lad on the planet, which again sounds like the pair of them are headbutting a little bit there. Thomas Tuchel appears to have a list of 5, 6, 7 players that he's trying to move on this summer, and one of those players does appear to be Timo Werner, so I believe he is available. I believe he would like to move to go and find that first team football. He's not getting on with the manager. I think the big question for us is, and for me, I think he is a player with fantastic talent. I think he's got about a goal in every other game for Germany. He scored a whole load of goals out at Red Bull Leipzig. And again, Chelsea bought him for a reason. He's a great talent. The big question for us is, if he's not succeeding at Chelsea, is that because of the way they're playing, or is it because he's not suited to the Premier League? We've certainly seen some great glimpses of what he can do. I'm pretty sure when he first joined Chelsea, he looked great. And there has been a lot of change in what they've done over there. Maybe if he came to us and we gave him a structure, I think that compared to Callum Wilson, they're both quick, they can both chase down, I think they can both find the back of the net. I think the next problem is how much are they going to want to sell him to us for? Because they paid 50 million. I'm assuming they want at least 20 or 30 back for him. It's not going to be cheap. And his wages, from what I'm reading online, are crazy. 250,000, maybe as high as 270,000. I'm not surprised Thomas Tuchel wants him off the wage bill. If he's not starting him, he doesn't really fancy him, and he's paying him up almost £300,000 a week. I think the only way this one could realistically go through is if Chelsea were willing to potentially pay a percentage of those wages to try and move him on to us. And it's possible. If Thomas Tuchel really isn't happy with the player and wants to try and get some money back, maybe that's something we could look at. He's got 3 years left at Chelsea, and for a player who hasn't really succeeded over the last 2 years, what club is genuinely going to come in and pay that amount in wages and give them a transfer fee as well? The thing is, if we're going to loan anyone from Chelsea, I think I'd rather it was Broja, to be honest. That's a player that we've also been linked with. And it is reported that his links to West Ham have now fallen through. The wage bill will be a lot more reasonable. He's a player that I think would challenge with Wilson, but Wilson could still be the number one. I just think that Werner is a lot of money and a lot of risk, whereas Broja is little money, little risk. 1 year loan. But let me know your thoughts down below on Werner. Is this a player that we should avoid? Is this a player we should be going for? Again, I think he's definitely a talented player. Am I being too shy? Do you think we should be going in for this one? Or do you think that maybe Broja is just as good an answer? Let me know your thoughts on the pair of them down in the comments. If you guys have enjoyed this week's Toon Tuesdays, be sure to go down and hit that subscribe button. If you're still watching 15-20 minutes later, I've no doubt this has been a long episode. Please hit that big red button and be sure to click here and check out the video I did yesterday. I went and played at the brand new rooftop pitch in the centre of Newcastle, and it was for charity, and it's a good watch, and I did score a goal as well. So be sure to go and check it out. And if you are going to Benfica tonight, enjoy it. Hopefully we get the win. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.